Hi, everyone, and welcome. What another amazing day today is. Can't complain. So, for as far as I can remember, and as far as we can look back into the history of mankind, there has always been this imbalance throughout time of how things are. So, we have we have the givers, right? The people who give, and then you have the takers, the people who take. And for as long as history has shown us, the recorded history that we know of, not the stuff that we don't know, because, that's a big question mark, and there's a lot of holes and things that have been unanswered for a very long time that we probably will never get the answers to it until most likely we leave this realm. Just because of certain rules, I would assume. Now, the problem with this imbalance is that there are way more people who give and a very small percentage percentage of people who are the takers. The easiest way to explain that is to just look at the ruling class. This is something that has always existed throughout our history. We don't know where that exactly came from, right? There's a lot of questions, there's a lot of theories. You could speculate all you want. Where did this hierarchy system come from, where there have always been rulers and then there have always been the subjects of the rulers of the kingdoms, right? So who were these rulers? Who were the first rulers? Were they the Anunnaki? Were they the fallen angels? How did that start? Where did it come from? Well, that's still up for debate as far as I can tell. But one thing is for certain, there have always been a very small group that have been the rulers. It's what you could call it the 1% if you want. The 1%. It's not a whole lot of people, yet they own it all. They control it all. Every single company you can think of, every single thing that exists out there that is producing something, that is making something, that is making and generating profits, it's all owned by somebody. And it's a small group of people. It's not a whole lot of people, but they own it all. Meanwhile, all the rest of us are just here slaving away, right? It's just always how it has been. It's been this way for a very, very long time. And because this is so out of balance, one thing is for certain, this system will not last forever. That is for sure, though. It will win eventually. Nothing lasts forever. There's no such thing. If that's one constant in the universe, that it'll never change. Nothing lasts forever. Empires rise and fall. Civilizations rise and fall. paradigms end so new ones can begin. It's always been that way. This whole system that we have now with the fiat money and money being printed out of tin air and all these things, this is just completely unsustainable. And it'll go away eventually. Now the question is, will it be replaced by something that is better, or is it going to be replaced by the final and ultimate slaving of mankind? Is it going to turn into something better when this thing that we have going ends and is replaced by something else? Or are we going to be completely enslaved at that point? That's the question, right? And you can call it conspiracy theory, but the thing is, because these systems have been in place for so long, eventually when they go away, and it'll happen, I don't know if we'll live to see that happen though, but it'll happen at some point, something new is gonna replace it. And I don't know how that's gonna go. I would love to know though. I'm sure a lot of people would love to know too. But one thing is for sure, the system that we have going now is unsustainable. And when a lot of people begin to figure things out and begin to see things as they truly are, which is something that's been happening a lot lately, I don't know if you notice the pattern that exists, but this is what happens. Chaos erupt somewhere. New wars start. All kinds of stuff happen in the financial markets and things like that, because this is how it's always been. When people begin to figure out that by being united they might be able to change things, then they create all this confusion, all this chaos, all these issues that exist, because this is how they always win, using the divide and conquer technique that has been in use for thousands of years. It has always worked in their favor. And they refined this to such a way now with, with the use of technology and the media influence, all these tools that they have, all these apps, all the social media, and all the mainstream media at their disposal. And a lot of the alternative media is also now being compromised and is also being used in their favor. So there's a lot of things going on right now that, so far, as far as I can see, it's still being extremely beneficial to those who don't have the best interest of the whole of humanity in mind. That's the easiest way to put it, right? And this paradigm that we've been hanging on for quite some time now, I don't know how much longer it's going to go on for. If we go by the yugas, then again, we're supposed to be in the Kali Yuga now, and we're supposed to be at the beginning of it. But I don't know how truthful and how trustworthy these timelines that were given to us are, because there is so much historical information that has been tampered with, misinterpreted, manipulated, altered, or just straight up faked, that it's hard for us to have a real good grasp and understanding of where exactly in this timeline are we really. How much longer is this going to go on for until real change happens, right? Where this imbalance goes away and is replaced with something more aligned with the natural order and the laws of the universe. As Yoda would say, I feel a disturbance in the force, right? Because it's been that way for a long time. It's been that way for a long time. If we are to follow these timelines and historical narratives that have been given to us. But I don't know. I have a feeling that this is going to go away sooner than a lot of us think. And it's going to be replaced by something that I hope will be much more aligned and balanced with the natural order of things. But then again, I could be totally wrong, and this thing could drag on for only God knows how long, and be replaced with something even worse. But I don't know. I don't know which direction things are going to go. I do know one thing, though. I know that the direction that this is going to go is going to be based upon whatever the collective consciousness of mankind, whichever direction we decide to go as humanity, as a whole. But because at this very moment we're not united and we're not all the same on the same page about all of this, because there's all this chaos, division going on, it's hard to paint a picture that is not foggy and full of static. I can't see a clear picture myself. I like to be optimistic about it and think that there are events yet to come that will tip the scales much more in our favor than they have been for a very long time. So when these things happen, we have to understand that they happen in order for us to see things clearer and understand that we need to be together and unite as a common goal and a common force to finally be able to make the changes that are necessary to take place, so that this old system that's been in place for so long can be replaced with something that will be much, much better and much more in line and in tune with natural order, where things will be more fair across the board. And they won't be just benefiting a very small 1% group of people that have always been in charge for, as far as I can tell, forever, right? I don't know where this will lead us, guys, but, we're going to have to wait and see. And this is really all I wanted to talk about today. As it stands right now, everyone is giving, and a very few people are taking it all. And that is obviously not balanced and not fair. So we'll see where that will take us in a not so distant future. That is my hope anyway. If you liked the video, don't forget to click the like button, share and subscribe. I will catch you all on the next one. Be safe and take care, my friends.